Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into Castle Season 1, Episode 10, called A Death in the Family. The season finale is finally here. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. With that being said, buckle up. Let's ride. Oh, I forget. I always forget. They start off with the deaths.
What was Dr. Death doing here?
Just a little consulting.
Sounded to me like you were looking into Detective Beckett's mother's murder.
Must you always eavesdrop?
Why wasn't eavesdropping having to walk by your office door?
Oh, is that going to be
I live
this
here
case?
Too, you know.
Yes, I'm aware. What am I saying yes to?
The junior-senior prom.
Whoa.
Oh.
You are not a junior nor a senior.
True, but Owen's a junior.
Owen, I thought you said he was only 15.
Yeah, he skipped a grade, but he's so cute. Dad, please.
If I say yes, will you promise to stay up past your bedtime, have a good time?
Yes!
Not too good a time.
Between satellite TV and the internet, 15's the new 25. Dean's right. I was 15 once. Still are. If I had a daughter her age, I'd never let her out of the house.
Thanks, guys.
Car was towed in a few hours ago. Parking violations. When the attendant went to look for the VIN number, he found the Vic, slumped over with a bag on his head.
Dude, that is a
Parking
gruesome
tickets and a
death,
tow
man.
sticker, and no one bothers to look inside.
We were gonna get married next month. The Gardens. What do they want? Money?
It doesn't appear to be a robbery.
Do you want money?
And why?
Was Josh involved in anything that might have brought him into contact with criminal elements?
No, not my Josh. That's just not who he was.
On the day he disappeared, did you notice anything different about him?
Different?
Did he seem worried or scared or distracted?
It's about your mother's case.
No, Castle. What are you
ever thought
doing?
about
What are you
reopening
doing,
it?
bud?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Dude.
I just thought if we worked together.
No.
Dude.
I have resources.
Castle, you touch my mom's case and you and I are done.
Dude.
Do you understand?
Why would he do that? Why? Why, Castle? I didn't even realize it was gonna obviously upset her when he grabbed it a while ago.
Well, this must be the place.
Psychiatric treatment for her little obsession.
Guess who testified in support of her commitment?
Dr. Joshua Leeds.
Mandatory 1-month treatment program. She was released last week.
3 days before our doctor went missing.
Mentally unstable plastic surgery chick. That is way better than
Nah,
harvesting
that's,
organs.
that's
Good
too
idea.
obvious.
Is that why you killed him?
What?
Dr. Leeds was murdered last week.
Murdered?
A couple of days after you were released from the psychiatric treatment
not
facility that
her.
Leeds helped
It's not
commit you
her.
to. That's motive and opportunity, counselor.
I
not
said
her.
I'd ruin him, not kill him. Big difference.
Then I suppose you won't mind telling me where you were last Tuesday night.
So, where was she?
She was in the hospital.
Getting more surgery?
Yep.
I don't like that one.
I think it's you.
Well, I didn't like that one. I didn't like that
Staff just went
dress.
through all the files. No other red flags. Any dark secrets in here?
Yeah. Dr. Leeds had a weakness. Energy bars. He volunteered at Doctors International, did pro bono work. The guy's a Boy Scout. Hell, he didn't even have any porn on his computer.
You want to find someone at a hospital who had a treatment there. There's only one department to go to where nothing ever falls through the cracks.
Where's that?
Billing. Someone had to pay for it, right?
Very true. I'm telling you, man, Castle needs a job, man. He needs a part-time job.
What do you do?
Checked my wallet for condoms. Showed me his gun collection. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely put on the corsage.
I like
What'd
the
your dad
music
do?
in the background being played.
I don't know. I was in my room.
How was your date when you finally came out?
You know,
Shooken?
actually, now that you mention it, he looked terrified.
He's a cop with one of the families. He's actually pretty nice.
For a criminal?
I'm just saying maybe he knows something. Maybe he can tell us something the feds won't. I keep forgetting he reads plays.
Castle knows a guy. Let's see.
Oh, it's not your ex-boyfriend, is it? Mr. FBI, tall, brooding, and judgmental.
Why, yes, in fact, it is. Is that a problem?
No, not for me. But then again, I'm not the one he's trying to get back together with.
I liked him though. He was better than I thought, even though I didn't like his intentions. I liked him as a character. I have zero idea.
This is it. Don't be nervous.
Oh, he went over the top.
It's time honored.
Richard.
He's going over the top.
Just getting started too. I was gonna break into my Chris Walken.
Whoa, tell me, little man, have you ever been to prison?
Very funny. Very
Yo,
funny.
that's spot on
Leave the
though.
acting to me, honey.
Hey, Detective Beckett, I'm so glad you called. Regale me.
Castle?
It's my Chris Walken. What do you think?
Needs work.
No, it
In all
doesn't.
fairness, part of it's visual.
That's okay. Monkey comes with me.
Suit yourself.
Hey, I really like your car. It's very nondescript.
Mr. Moran, I'm Detective Beckett. This is Richard Castle.
How do we know it's Moran?
Richard Castle, like the novelist.
Exactly like.
Here, I can
No,
explain
it's Sorensen. On the way back to the FBI safe house with Moran, someone pulled up next to him and opened fire.
Oh.
He was in the back with a witness. They both were shot.
Don't be upset, Beckett.
He's gonna make it. He's gonna be okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's because she feels like it's her fault. Because otherwise you would not feel bad about it. Not that bad about it. It is what it is. Wait a minute. They weren't followed. It's that guy. I don't think they were
Said
followed.
she came in at 4 this morning.
It's Maggie. Where's Maggie Dowd?
She didn't come in today. Why?
Detective.
Is Dr. Leeds affiliated with St. Marcus Hospital?
Yeah, that's where we do our procedures.
If she has a hospital ID.
She can finish the job. Hi.
Yeah.
You're under arrest for the murder of Dr. Leeds and the attempted murder of Jimmy Moran.
Attempted?
Too late.
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh no, they called it in already.
Oh, don't worry. It's not attached to anything. It's like we knew you were coming. Were they related?
Are you sure you want to know?
Oh shit. Holy
You have
crap.
to tell her, you know.
Do you know what this would do to her?
You have information that could lead to her mother's killer. You can't keep that from her.
It will end their relationship.
Haven't you finished your book yet?
Last chapter.
Last chapter.
You have a sec?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Wants a cake.
I don't
He
want
likes
to
you.
see this.
I have to forgive him. He is heavily medicated.
Sit down.
Castle, what's going on?
It's about your mother.
What's going on? Are you kidding me? Oh man, talk about a cliffhanger. Oh man. All right, well, that is the season finale of the first season of Castle. And usually what I'm trying to do now with these season ending episodes is I want to give a overall episode, like a season grade, and then obviously the episode grade. So when it comes to the show, I must say right out the gate, it has caught me by surprise. Originally, when my brother asked me to, do a reaction to it, I was, almost completely against the idea of it. I didn't, like that idea of watching, a crime show, solving crime, comedy, sort of, I I wasn't liking the idea. But then as I, started watching more and more episodes, I started to slowly realize like, wow, this is an actual like really good show. And so I started to enjoy it. So I guess when I came in with the expectations of a 5-6 range of just an okay series, whatever, you have to be into stuff like it to like it type of thing. And now I'm walking away with at least season 1 of it saying that it's probably like a solid 8, the first season. It's like a very, a really good, surprising show that took me by surprise. I enjoyed it a lot. This episode to me throughout was like a 7-8, but that ending to me, I'm not saying it's going to boost the whole episode up. The ending did exactly what you need, an ending to do, especially a season finale ending. Like I said, I'd probably give this episode a 7-8. The season itself a full on 8. But the ending there was really, really crazy. I thought they were gonna dive into it. They didn't, which sucks so bad. But I guess I will have to, watch more to find out about it. That's crazy though. It's really crazy because now, the question is, does this affect their relationship? Does him diving deep into the death of her mother mean that she no longer wants anything to do with him? That's obviously, a scenario that could play out. There's also the scenario of her being very, appreciative. I said that completely wrong. But being very thankful. I'm not even going to use that word. I'm being very thankful for the fact that he found something that she couldn't find. And so you start to sit there and think like, what's next for Castle? What's next for Beckett? What's next with this Sorensen thing that, seemed like there were sparks there. There's a lot to it. Overall, throughout the show and, reacting to the first season, I mentioned time and time again that I love the relationship he has with his daughter, the relationship he has with his mother. Their tight-knit little family, I think, is one of the little cutest things about the show. And the fact that she's growing up on him is crazy because I feel like, I'm a father of a daughter and she's, already, going to first grade and doing stuff like that. So I'm nowhere near where he is, but I can already feel the sort of, man, my little princess is growing up and, and she's still young, but I mean, I can already feel it. So, there's this sort of connection I have with Castle. So that's why I get so like a heartwarming feeling when I see him with his daughter. The way he's sort of laid back about it too. I like that. I think a lot of parents, especially dads, when it comes to daughters, are a little uptight. And I'm not saying, I'm not even going to get down that road. But anyways, I'm just saying in the sense of, if you don't allow your child to do something, chances are they are going to do it anyways behind your back now, and now you're losing their trust, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And so I think with Castle, he sort of wants his daughter to do those things. He wants his daughter to be, bad for once, or to, do something that he would do. And so obviously we know that something he would do would mean literally anything. And so she's very much not like him. She's very mature, so she can handle herself. And, I enjoy that part of it. Now, when it comes to the case of this episode, very confusing. There was a few times where I was like, what is going on? I don't know who's what. We got a couple names that were thrown around. The Goldberg lady, who's the lady that seemed like the prime suspect at first because she was the one who got most of the surgeries done by Dr. Leeds. We then have the 3 people that he worked with. I think one was like Mario. One was, her final name was like the name, her actual name is Carla, but I forget the name that she was going by. And then the other lady too, the nurse. Those are the 3 people that we got to talk to afterwards. Originally, I didn't think anything of, I didn't guess this one. I didn't think anything of anyone that we talked to. I thought it was going to be one of those episodes that we found the victim later. Then we run into the Moran guy. And for some reason, even though he was the guy who was I thought for sure it was him because like he was getting the surgery, all that stuff. And so we see that it wasn't him. It obviously wasn't the fiance. I knew that from the beginning. It just didn't make any sense for it to be her, because if you wanted to get his money, you would have waited until you got married and then had him be killed. So that's why I ruled her out. And I just didn't think that it was any one of the workers, because they all seem pretty, clean and pristine and all that stuff. And so then we run into a friend of Castle's, the Spolanos. And they're just, your typical Italian gang or whatever. And so he's just looking for, somebody that he can, can they point a finger at or something to lead them in the right direction. Again, we get led to Jimmy Moran because Beckett gets Sorensen to help her out and pull some strings so that she can get a 5-minute conversation with him. He then gets very freaked out by the whole them talking to her. Like, he knew it was something more. Like, he knew that the way that they killed the one person, the Dr. Leeds, it was a message being sent to him. And so, obviously he got a little worried about that, so he didn't want anything to do with it. They leave that scene. Apparently they get shot up. Sorensen takes a bullet, and also Jimmy takes a bullet. And so they're in the hospitals. They're in the hospital, and Carla, who's, the lady playing someone else, goes to finish the job, and before she can do that, Beckett figures it out. And so the way they played it out, I thought they were too late. They obviously called and set up ahead of time. So it was done and executed perfect. The fact that he played along with it, like he was like, no, I'm gonna die type of thing. Like, he was very panicky. I liked that a lot. It was good acting done by him. She then walks out thinking everything's fine. Beckett's there. Castle's there. She's okay with it because she's like, the deed's already done. But then we find out it was never plugged in, so the deed isn't done. Well, it was plugged in, but then they unplugged it because they knew she was going to do it. And so they needed her to do the action to obviously frame her for what she was trying to do. And so all in all, like, it was a solid episode as usual. When you come into Castle, you can expect about a 7-8 almost every time. Very rarely do we get like an episode that's just like a not very good one. The case here would probably be my least favorite thing about it, but the other parts of it were so strong that, the case was okay, and it just made the episode itself overall a really good episode, 7-8 range. And then the ending blew my mind, because the ending is just so much. There's so many things they can go, so many routes they can go. I'm in complete shock that they just kind of nipped it right there, and they cliffhanged us. They literally left us out to dry. I'm completely like, what happens next? And that's a good feeling. You want a show that's going to make you like, oh, I have to watch another episode. And so they did a great job of doing that. But like I said, overall, like, the show and the first season have been a lot of fun to me. It has caught me by surprise. I've enjoyed it a lot. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the reactions with me. But that is all the time for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But I will catch you guys later. Thanks so much for joining me. Peace, guys.